Hello guys, my name is May and today we're gonna talk about the first album, the debut album of Taylor Swift, which is the self-titled album Taylor Swift. And yeah, but first of all we have to talk about who Taylor Swift itself is. Taylor Swift is an US American songwriter who was born on the 13th December 1989 in Reading, Pennsylvania. She signed 2004 at the age of 14 a contract with Sony/ATV3, which helped her to become a country artist. Furthermore, she signed with Big Machine Records. I don't know how I forgot to say it, but Big Machine Records sold her first 6 albums in 2019, and now Taylor decided to re-record all of them, and the only 2 that are now left being re-recorded is the debut album and Reputation. Taylor Swift sold over 200 million records worldwide and is one of the most successful artists, with just beating The Weeknd, which was the first artist on Spotify by listeners, but now it is Taylor Swift. She also won a lot of awards. She now has 12 Grammys, and 3 of them are Album of the Year, which is like the biggest Grammy you can have. And she won those with the albums Fearless, 1989, and Folklore. And she is the first, but not the only woman to ever win Album of the Year twice, because Adele got it afterwards as well. But she is the first woman to ever win Album of the Year triple. There are many different versions of Debut, but in the standard version we have the songs Tim McGraw, Picture the Burn, Teardrops on My Guitar, A Place in This World, Cold as You, The Outside, Tied Together with a Smile, Stay Beautiful, Should Have Said No, Mary Song, Oh My, 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 and Our Song. The deluxe version has I'm Only Me When I'm With You, Invisible, and Perfectly Good Heart. In the 2008 edition, there was also the pop version of Teardrops on My Guitar. The album. Debut is a country record, but it also has a lot of pop and rock elements with acoustic instruments such as banjos, guitars, and fiddles. Then her album also portrays her life as a teenager and deals with topics like friendship, heartbreaks, love, and insecurities. The lead single of the album is Tim McGraw, which is also the starter of the album. And then the other 5 are Teardrops on My Guitar, Our Song, Picture the Burn, and Should Have Said No. The beginning of Debut. Taylor had an interest in the performing arts since she was very little, and as a child she specifically had a fascination about being a country singer. She loved country singers such as Faith Hill, Leanne Rimes, and The Chicks, which she also collabed in her 7th studio album Lover in Soon You Get Better, which she talks about the cancer journey about her mother. Later on she then felt the need to become a country singer, and to follow those dreams they moved to Nashville, Tennessee, which is known for the heart of country. Then she proceeded to, as I already mentioned, signed with the age of 14 a contract with Sony/ATV3. On she then caught the attention of Scoot Bruschetta. I swear to God, I do not remember saying Bruschetta. It's Borchetta, I'm sorry. Who recently started his own record label, which is Big Machine Record, which she then signed when she was 15 in 2005. And this specific record deal helped her to pursue her dream of having her first country studio album. And then she started working on Debut. Writing and production. She wrote the album with Robert Ellis Orwell, Brian Mahar, Angelo Pedriaggio, I think it's pronounced, and Liz Rose. Robert Ellis Orwell also produced the album with Nathan Chapman in her first high school years. Liz Rose was her most important songwriter in that time, and they had a long journey that lasted till the album Red in 2012. She said, and I quote, "Basically, I was just her editor. She had such a clear vision of what she was trying to say, and she'd come in with the most incredible hooks. Waited for something to come along. It was as good as our song." Now, this is a part where I will be breaking down every single song. And yeah, let's just start. Tim McGraw. Taylor wrote Tim McGraw about her senior boyfriend who had to leave for college, and that she hopes that he will always think about her when he hears their favorite song. In Picture Burn, Taylor expresses a lot of rage. She sings about burning evidence of their relationship because she is so mad, and she also is kind of regretting the relationship, and she also had to change the lyrics because of a radio edit, and it was seen as homophobic. That's fine, I'll tell man you're gay. Teardrops. On my guitar, Taylor talks about the situationship she had with a guy that was in love with somebody else, and she was into him, but he never knew, so she wrote it in a song. She also talks about it in the Fearless tour. Just like clockwork, this guy would sit down next to me, and sometimes he would even talk to me about his girlfriend. Place in this world is about Taylor not knowing where to go next, and she comforts herself with it being okay. Cold as You is Taylor's favorite lyrical song in her debut album, and she says about it, "I love a line in a song where afterward you just like burn." She wrote about a partner of hers who was cruel and dismissive, and just the lyrics, "I've never been anywhere as cold as you," kind of just describes it. The Outside. The Outside was written when Taylor was 12, and it's probably one of the first songs she ever wrote that was released, and it was originally called Just Outside. She talks about her feeling being lonely in an outside, and probably it is because she wanted to be a country singer at such a young age. Tied Together with a Smile. Taylor wrote the song about a friend of hers that had an eating disorder, and she wrote it when she found that out. She says about the situation, "I wrote Tied Together with a Smile about one of my friends who is this beauty queen, pageant princess, a gorgeous popular girl in high school. Every guy wanted to be with her, every girl wanted to be her. I wrote that song the day I found out she had an eating disorder." There are a couple songs on the album like that are just watching other people and making observations, but most of the songs on the album are about actual people that have been in my life. I tend to be kind of blatantly obvious, and with my song I even mention names a lot of times, which she does. Say Beautiful is one of these examples where she talks where she gives us the name, and in Stay Beautiful it's Corey. Corey is a boy that Taylor had a big crush on, but she never really talked to him. So he moved away, and so she never got to talk to him about her feelings, so she wrote it in Stay Beautiful. Should have said no. It's a confrontation to her ex-boyfriend who cheated on her, and she wrote this song after finding out. And she also said that these words in the song were actual conversations she had with this boy. Mary's song, oh my. She wrote a song about her neighbors who have known each other since they were little kids. They told them their love story one night, and Taylor was so touched by it that she wrote a song about it. Very cute. Our song was written for a talent show Taylor Swift had in the freshman years of high school. She never really knew that she would put it on the album, but she kind of ended up doing it anyways. I wrote this song about this guy I was dating and how we didn't have a song, so I went ahead and wrote us one. I'm Only Me When I'm With You. It's written about her best friends during that time. I don't know if they still are, but during that time, Abigail Anderson, which is also named in 15. And the feeling of knowing each other so well and lifting each other up whenever visible. Taylor wrote Invisible about a son of their family friends, and she expresses that he never really noticed her as like a love interest, more like a friend, and he also had a crush on someone that he was invisible for. Also, I'm gonna quote again, so I need to read it very good. I wrote this song about a guy that I really liked, and he liked somebody else. It was sort of like I would chase him, he would chase her. She didn't even notice him, he didn't even notice me. And as tragic as that is, the way that I was able to get over it was to write this very song. A Perfectly Good Heart is also the last song. In the song she talks about her very first heartbreak and what she was so confused and never understood why would someone break such a perfectly good heart. She talks about it needs to be fixed and that it isn't unbroken anymore. Debut was a sleeper success in the US, which meant that it was more popular further on than it was during its release. The album had spent a total of 275 weeks in the charts by November 2014. She peaked at number 1 at the country charts for 24 weeks. It was certified 7 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. By October 2020, 5.75 million copies were sold in the US only. Even though the success of Taylor in the country industry, Taylor wasn't really welcome in the country industry because first of all, she was a teenager, and second of all, she was a woman. But she could still hold the success with fellow country singers with her single Our Song. She was also the first ever country singer to promote her songs on MySpace, which normally like hip-hop or pop artists would do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this has been a long video. I spent a lot of time gathering all the resources and information and so on. So I would really like if you would leave a like and would subscribe if you want to see more. And I would always like to have feedback and recommendations in the comments. Bye.